this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
When Kohler, global design leader in luxurious kitchen and bath products, asked me to be their ambassador for timeless, elegant, durable cast iron, I said, I'm in. Soon after, I was in their Kohler, Wisconsin foundry, watching molten iron poured, enamel applied by hand, and the beautiful finished pieces ready to ship. Since 1883, Kohler cast iron has been crafted by incredible artisans, and seeing it firsthand gave me a whole new appreciation for their craftsmanship. Now, I'm proud to lend my stamp of approval to my favorite Kohler cast iron products for their durability, beauty, and enduring style. Shop my curated picks at Kohler.com. As the Kohler cast iron ambassador, I say, long live cast iron.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Did you know that parents rank teaching financial literacy as the toughest life skill? That's where Greenlight comes in, the debit card and money app made for families. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and track spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn how to earn, save, and spend responsibly, while parents have peace of mind, knowing smart money habits are being built with guardrails in place. Try Greenlight risk-free today at greenlight.com/iHeart. That's greenlight.com/iHeart.
Support for the show comes from Public, the investing platform for those who take it seriously. On Public, you can build a multi-asset portfolio of stocks, bonds, options, crypto, and now generated assets, which allow you to turn any idea into an investable index with AI. It all starts with your prompt. From renewable energy companies with high free cash flow to semiconductor suppliers growing revenue over 20% year over year, you can literally type any prompt and put the AI to work. It screens thousands of stocks, builds a one-of-a-kind index, and lets you backtest it against the S&P 500. Then you can invest in a few clicks. Generated assets are like ETFs with infinite possibilities, completely customizable and based on your thesis, not someone else's. Go to public.com/podcast and earn an uncapped 1% bonus when you transfer your portfolio. That's public.com/podcast. Paid for by Public Investing. Brokerage services by Open to the Public Investing Inc. Member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services by Public Advisors LLC, SEC registered advisor. Generated assets is an interactive analysis tool. Output is for informational purposes only and is not an investment recommendation or advice. Complete disclosures available at public.com/disclosures.
Welcome back. It's a brand new episode. This is Laugh With Me, a podcast with Jeremy Odem. I'm your host. Hey, it's J.O. And we've got a very special report just for you. Have you heard about this Afroman trial that is happening this week in Ohio? Afroman's home was raided. Well, we're going to give you all the details here a little bit. It was raided. Nothing was found. Okay, the police were looking for drugs. They had a warrant to break in. They found nothing. And the Because I Got High singer, he took it to him. He took the police. He created content out of it, made music, made music videos. Well, apparently the police were offended by this, and they sued Afroman for defamation. So the trial has been nothing but glorious. It's our first great trial of the year. If you got to look this up, go to Twitter, go anywhere where you can find clips, and look up Afroman trial, and you will find absolute gold. He's been wearing this suit that's just plastered with American flags, and he's been nothing but honest and bold in everything. But we're going to report on this in what will be, Johnny, the very first ever Laugh With Me reports. Welcome back to Laugh With Me Reports, the podcast where legal travel meets... Wait, that actually happened? I'm your host, J.O., and today's episode is about the one, the only Afroman. Yes, the guy who gave us, well, Because I Got High. And now apparently Because I Got Sued. Let's set the scene here. This whole saga started not in the recording studio, but in a house raid. That's right. Police officers raided Afroman's home in Ohio back in 2022. Now, typically, when police show up, it's not exactly a grab popcorn situation. But in this case, Afroman basically turned it into a Netflix docuseries, except he was the streaming platform. Because what did he do? He took the footage from his home security cameras. You know, the same kind you use to catch porch pirates stealing your Amazon packages. Also, have you seen those porch pirates lately? What people are doing? They're pranking them. They're putting fake packages on their porch, and then like when those criminals come up to steal your packages, they explode and like cover them in blue or red paint. It's incredible. I say more of that, please. Safely, right? We don't need actual bombs harming people. But it would be fun to have a bunch of people in blue going, look what they did to me. And then you're just doing. All right. Back to the report. But he turned his security footage into music videos. Yes, music videos, and they are glorious. Somewhere out there is footage of law enforcement officers doing their job set to a beat. Honestly, if you told me 10 years ago that body cam adjacent footage would become a music video aesthetic, I would have said, that sounds illegal. And apparently, hey, some people agreed. So here's what happened with the raid. Police executed a search warrant at Afroman's house. They were looking for evidence related to drug trafficking and kidnapping. Big-time potential charges for Afroman. But the big plot twist is they didn't find anything that led to charges. No arrests, no big criminal case, no dramatic courtroom confessions. Basically the legal equivalent of checking the fridge 12 times and still have nothing to eat. You ever open the fridge? You look inside, you close it, you reopen, you close it, thinking, maybe there'll be something different inside that fridge. That was basically this investigation. But where things got really incredible were the music videos. Afroman took routine police work and created This Is Why We Love the Internet. He took that surveillance footage, officers entering his home, looking around, even commenting on his lemon pound cake. And that is an important note here. And edits it into music videos. He created songs like Will You Help Me Repair My Door? And the very popular, over 3 million people have watched, Lemon Pound Cake. And let me tell you, nothing says legal retaliation like baking-related diss tracks. Imagine being the police officer and suddenly you're trending online because you appeared in a music video about cake. Hey, honey, how's work? Oh, I executed a warrant, and now I'm a viral dessert anthem. And that's exactly what happened. Well, then you get the lawsuit, right? So naturally, the officers involved were not happy about this. 7 officers ended up suing Afroman. Their claims included things like violation of privacy, unauthorized use of their likeness, emotional distress, emotional stretch, which, to be fair, I'd also feel if I ended up in a music video called Lemon Pound Cake and you weren't getting any royalties for it. They should have at least got a cut of that, or maybe that's what they're looking for here. Thing is, this Lemon Pound Cake thing, this officer, he's been getting Lemon Pound Cake as gifts at Christmas now. I mean, he is more known for Lemon Pound Cake, and all he did, was break into Afroman's home for no reason and really eyeball the lemon pound cake under the glass case in the kitchen. I mean, he wanted a slice bad. Well, the big legal issue here is actually pretty fascinating. Can someone use footage of police officers recorded inside their own home and turn it into commercial content? Because on one hand, yes, it is his house. And on the other, well, yeah, it's his cameras. Now, the officers did not consent. And they definitely didn't expect to become backup dancers in a viral rap video. Although, let's be honest, no one in history has ever executed a search warrant thinking this might end up on Spotify. But we got to talk more about this pound cake, because during the raid, officers allegedly commented on and possibly even ate some of Afroman's lemon pound cake, which, I mean, listen, if you break into my house, legally or not, and then start sampling my baked goods, I mean, this is no longer a legal situation, okay? We're now in a family drama, all right? Things really start to escalate if you start eating the baked goods in my kitchen, okay? It's no longer a search warrant. It's brunch. And Afroman absolutely ran with this detail, turning it into one of the central comedic elements of the music. Because if life gives you lemons, well, apparently you make pound cake and then a lawsuit. Here's Afroman's defense. It's basically, this is my property. This is my footage. I'm expressing myself artistically. And honestly, that's a pretty strong "This is America" defense. I mean, this is a country where you can film your house, turn it into a rap video, and then argue about it at court. This is what the founding fathers fought for. What they didn't do, though, is specifically write about lemon pound cake diss tracks. But, you know, they assume would have supported something of the nature. Of course, the internet loves us, right? It's running wild. And you know what? This is the first I've even heard of this whole thing, was when the trial started. But this entire situation started in 2022. And then, you know, the music was made. But people have been streaming the songs, creating hit records for Afroman. They've been memeing the officers and debating legal theory in comment sections, which none of us have the qualifications for that. But, I mean, here I am. Nothing will say qualified legal opinion like a guy named XX420 Lawmaster XX explaining constitutional rights in all caps, which you know has been happening. Well, so far, here's where things stand. The case has been working its way through the courts with arguments about First Amendment protections, right to publicity, privacy expectations for police officers performing their duties. And this is where it gets genuinely interesting, because this could impact how people use their surveillance footage, what rights individuals have over recordings in their own homes, and whether turning real-life events into monetized content crosses the legal line. So yes, under all the jokes, there is certainly a very important case, although very, very funny and kind of makes me hungry. I mean, this is a lot of lemon pound cake talk. At the end of the day, though, this whole situation feels like it's the most 2020 story imaginable. We've got a celebrity, police raid, security footage, viral music videos, and, of course, that lawsuit about cake. I mean, if aliens landed tomorrow and asked, what is human culture? We would just show them this case and be like, look, we don't fully understand it either. Honestly, I think the real lesson here is simple. If you're going to raid someone's house, maybe don't eat their dessert, because you might end up in a song, possibly a lawsuit, forever associated with baked goods. And that, you rascals, is how you go from law enforcement to lemon pound cake lore. Well, that's it for today's episode of Laugh With Me Reports. If you enjoyed this, share it with a friend, preferably one who won't turn your worst moments into a remix. And remember, stay out of trouble, or at least make sure your security cameras have good lighting. Hey, we'll see you next time. You know, Johnny, I think we could have a future in this news world. You know, we could break down really all the breaking news stories, all the big cases. Forget Netflix with the big docs. I think this is the future. Okay, we're talking Laugh With Me Reports, the podcast. I think that's what we're going to call it. We may be onto something. Hey, I'm rooting for Afroman here. I think if you're gonna break into his home, and I know they had a warrant, but it ended up being completely false and bull, and like just completely false. If that's gonna happen, and even if you're in the home without the false pretense, he's got surveillance footage. I mean, and the cameras. And here's the thing: they looked up at the cameras, they knew they were being recorded, and they cut the feed. There's lots of story. Looking forward to see how it happens. Hey, thanks for listening. This is Laugh With Me.
When Kohler, global design leader in luxurious kitchen and bath products, asked me to be their ambassador for timeless, elegant, durable cast iron, I said, I'm in. Soon after, I was in their Kohler, Wisconsin foundry, watching molten iron poured, enamel applied by hand, and the beautiful finished pieces ready to ship. Since 1883, Kohler cast iron has been crafted by incredible artisans, and seeing it firsthand gave me a whole new appreciation for their craftsmanship. Now, I'm proud to lend my stamp of approval to my favorite Kohler cast iron products for their durability, beauty, and enduring style. Shop my curated picks at Kohler.com. As the Kohler cast iron ambassador, I say, long live cast iron.
Friends Like These, The Murder of Skylar Neese, is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
911, do you have an emergency?
I have a 16-year-old daughter. Can't get a hold of her. I am scared to death.
We wanted to talk to Skylar's friends.
They're not telling the full story. The truth is gruesomely horrific.
How could you do this to your best friend?
There's a darker secret that's not been said.
Watch the new Hulu original series Friends Like These, The Murder of Skylar Neese on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. For bundle subscribers, terms apply.
I tell myself, it's not about comparing, but then I start wondering, what can they lift? Are they adding more weight to their barbell than I am? And suddenly, I'm not training. Then I realize, my journey is not theirs. I've earned every step. So I smile. My smile is the shape resilience takes to keep me moving. To put more smiles out into the world, Colgate has supported female athletes for over 50 years with the Colgate Women's Games, the nation's longest-running indoor track and field series for girls and women. Colgate, your smile is your strength.
It's tax season, and by now, we're all a bit tired of numbers. But here's an important one you need to hear. $16 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud. But it's not all grim news. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second and alerts you to threats you could easily miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, they'll fix it. Guaranteed. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/iHeart. Terms apply.